Alright, what we're going to do now is look at how to perform operations with square roots of negative numbers. By rule, what you have to do first is whenever you're working with a nice little square root and your radicand's negative, what you have to do first is you have to go ahead and rewrite it and express it in terms of I. So keep that in mind because it'll show up here probably in our next example or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to subtract these fractions, so I'm going to try to simplify them because, just a little reminder, to be able to add and subtract radicals, you have to have the same index and the same radicand. 18 is not a perfect square, but there are factors of 18, so I've broken negative 18 into negative 1 times 9 times 2. Well, when you simplify this, the square root of I is, square root of negative 1 is I, square root of 9 is 3, so this will be 3I square root of 2. And then over here, we'll try to simplify this one also, so we'll say negative 1 times 4 times 2. When you simplify this, the square root of negative 1 is I, square root of 4 2, so we get 2I square root of 2. Now I can go ahead and add and subtract these little bad boys. So I'll just, whenever you're adding radicals, all you're going to do is add the coefficients. The index and the radicand will, of course, stay the same. So that will be the simplified form for that one. Let's look at another one. This time what we're trying to do is we're trying to square this. Again, like I said, first thing you need to do is go ahead and express the negative radicand as a complex number. So write it in terms of I. Whenever you're squaring a binomial, basically what you're going to do is you're going to multiply it by itself. So we'll use the distributive property at this point. Multiply this times this, get a positive 1, and then minus I squared root of 5. And then multiply those two together, minus I squared root of 5. And then multiply those two together and get I squared times the square root of 25. Don't know why I put that in parentheses, but that's okay. What we should be able to do now is go ahead and simplify. This right here will actually be negative 5. So I squared is negative 1. The square root of 25 is 5. And then I can put those two things together, and I will get negative 4. And then minus 2I square root of 5. So that's a simplified form for that one.